Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
We all remember the mortgage meltdown. We remember the dot-com bust, September 11th, and now we're in a pandemic that's certainly affected the economy. If you're nearing retirement age, that could blow up your nest egg. So to talk about that now, David Duston, he is with MoneyWorks DFW. Thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, thank you, Jeff. Pleasure.
Yes. So before we get into some financial information, I want to talk about your upbringing, because that really played a role in who you are.
Yes, it did. It really did. I'm a native of Mississippi, and I grew up in a very wonderful family and a giving family. And my grandparents actually had a wholesale candy business. And we had a farm and lots of chickens. And when I say a lot, we had a lot of chickens. So we thought it was always a really good thing to be giving. So my grandfather would always give candy and give fresh eggs to people in the community and clients of his and friends of my parents. And I grew up in that environment of giving and spending time with people and getting to know people. And that's really helped define who I am today. And I give a lot of my time and enjoy helping people a lot.
And in financial services and financial advice, I mean, you can't be any more close to a family than you are. I mean, you're dealing with their financial nest egg.
You're exactly right. And it's very surreal, if you will, to enter a home and talk to grandparents or parents and see a young child knowing what the grandparents have put in place or set aside for that grandchild. And obviously, I can't say anything to anybody, but it's really nice knowing that that grandchild is taken care of and going to go to college no matter what happens.
Sure. Ideally, everybody kind of starts putting money away in their 20s because of the beauty of compounding interest. But many people watching this are probably in their 40s or 50s and sometimes into their 60s and saying, gosh, I'm just not prepared. What do you say to that person?
You know, that person is someone that we would love to talk to and just kind of have a really holistic, comprehensive conversation about where they are now versus where they want to go. And then we try to put some things in place or put some things together that might help them make sense of the financial chaos that they may or may not realize that they're going through.
Yes. David, you have a very popular weekend radio show. We're going to show the web page for your Safe Money and Income radio show. It airs on 2 different stations in town, right?
Yes, sir. WRR 101 on Saturdays at 10 a.m., and Cliff AM 570 on Sundays at 10 a.m.
And it's a relatively new show because you started this in August. What's it been like so far?
It's been really quite rewarding, and it's very busy right now, very busy. And what I like most about it is the instant connection to someone that is reaching out saying, I know that I would like to talk to you. And that has been, probably the most interesting thing about what we do is, the person that's calling us is calling us with a purpose rather than us having to go out and seek and find people. And obviously we work with referrals and family members and friends, but having that person calling you is a huge part of the recipe for success.
And David, we should mention that one of the things people can get if they contact you on the website is this book. Tell us about this.
So this is the Safe Money and Income book that we offer along with a Safe Money and Income kit. And our Safe Money and Income kits are custom tailored to people that call. So naturally there's a conversation that needs to happen, We actually personally deliver the Safe Money Income Kit and book to the prospective clients. And there's reasons for that, but it's mostly because it is custom tailored to that person, and it's an opportunity for them to realize that we do have their best interest, their best suitability in mind when we're preparing something for them.
And when they contact you, it's not a slick used cars salesman sales pitch. It's really just a chance to see if you're a good fit, right?
You know, the first thing that we actually ask them is, what was it on the show that, you know, for all practical purposes, triggered you to call us? And they tell us, and that's really good information to know why someone would call. And the next thing that we ask is, so how can we help you? And I'm very interested in understanding that we need to help that person and how we can help that person. And I'm also interested to see if that person realizes we are here to help you. We're giving you free information. We want your best interest in mind. We want to give this information to you, and we want to see you succeed.
And sometimes it's a fit, and sometimes it's not. There's no strings attached.
That's correct. Sometimes they have to say, I've already got some things in place. I'm happy with what I'm doing, and that's fine. We'll depart as friends. But, other times there's situations where we have to say, it's probably not the best fit for me. Similar to your show. I mean, not everyone's a good fit, but there's a lot of great people that are.
Absolutely. We've got some pictures of your lovely family. We're going to start with your bride. Well, actually, there's your kiddos.
Oh, yeah, the two kids.
What are their names?
So they're nicknames, actually.
Okay.
Tusi, and don't even ask. It's a nickname. And Tusi is in the 9th grade now, and very experienced soccer goalie. Mm-hmm. And he has the most athletic thumbs. He seems to like Xbox a lot.
Okay.
And he gets great grades and plays the cello, and we're very proud of Tusi. And Sebi, short for Sebastian, is now 4 years old, and he's just an amazing kid. He's very smart and loves to sing and bang at the piano constantly. And it's just every day is a new day in the Duston home with the two kids.
That's awesome. And this is a special moment. That's your bride.
Yes, sir. My wife is Ludmilla Duston, and she's from a little place across the pond called Moldova in Eastern Europe. And she speaks 3 languages, and she's a beautiful woman and a wonderful mother, and she's a professional violinist and an orchestra director.
Wow, and she was honored there at FC Dallas.
Yeah, the FC Dallas did a poll, if you will, or a survey, and asked who people would recommend as Teacher of the Month. And I thought it was kind of odd that it was my wife at first, and I was just surprised and that she was even in the mix, and that many people knew her. And it was very enlightening to see that, wow, people do recognize her talents because she's an excellent teacher.
And birthday boy?
This last Saturday.
That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. What kind of cake was that?
That's homemade European grandma cake.
Looks delicious.
It's wonderful. I'll bring you one sometime.
Okay. That sounds good. Well, we're almost out of time, so kind of leave our audience with some final thoughts. I mean, if somebody is in their 50s and 60s and hasn't really done a good job setting aside money, is it too late?
No, it's never too late, and it's never, an inappropriate time to have a conversation. A lot of people, especially millennials now, they're in this gig economy, as they call it now. And a lot of times you find baby boomers now are entering a new era that I call more of a work optional economy, work optional lifestyle. And that's a new thing for a lot of people because they were reared in the mindset that we go to school, we work, and then we retire and we live our happy life. And due to things beyond our control, we're having to see a lot of people that are in this work optional lifestyle. And I'd love to just chat and see if there's a way for us to help, and it's totally free. And most of all the products that we actually suggest to people are 100% free, and we are not paid one dime from that person, and it's free of market loss risk. Right. So it's a really great situation.
And there's nothing wrong with working in your retirement years if you enjoy working and keeping busy and staying active. But if you're doing it to pay the light bill, that's a concern.
That's a true concern, yes. And hopefully we can help people avoid that.
Outstanding. Okay, David Duston, we're going to put your website up to end the segment. MoneyWorksDFW.com is the website. David Duston, thank you so much. You've been awesome.
Hey, thank you, Jeff.
You bet. And that's it for now. We'll see you next time.